afternoon, I'm Mai Rodriguez. We're now on flood watch and we're monitoring the effects of Typhoon Karina and the enhanced southwest monsoon in Metro Manila and other parts of the country. This is Newsfeed on the Billionario News Channel. Flood hit Metro Manila, now under a state of calamity. The non-stop rains have left large parts of the national capital region severely flooded. Among the hardest hit is Quezon City, where at least 80 barangays are affected and as many as 22,000 people have been displaced. Most of Navotas flooded as well, so are 14 of San Juan's 21 barangays. The Metro Manila Council approved the declaration of a state of calamity this afternoon following a meeting led by Interior Secretary Benher Abalos. Let's get the latest situation in Quezon City. We have on the line Councilor Pichi De Leon of the City Disaster Management Office. Good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you for taking our call.
Good afternoon.
So I understand, ma'am, 80 barangays in Quezon City affected. I understand there are many areas severely flooded at this time. What are these areas, ma'am, and have residents in these areas been evacuated?
Okay, just to correct you, as of 2 p.m., we have already 82 barangays affected. And we have 8,580 families affected with evacuees, and that's 25,867 individuals as of 2 p.m. today, with 157 evacuation centers all over the city.
Well, what areas in particular, ma'am, have you identified as critical, and how high are the floods there?
Okay, on the reports and data gathered, it's per district. For District 1, we have Masambong and Damayan and Tatalon. District 2, we have Bagong Silangan. District 3, we have East Camias and Barangay Bagong Bayan. District 4, we have Tatalon, Damayang Lagi, and Barangay Rojas. And then District 5, we have Barangay Gulod and Bagbag. And District 6, we have Unang Sigaw and several other barangays.
Ma'am, how many evacuees are you attending to at the moment?
Like I mentioned a while ago, it's 8,580 evacuees as of the moment. And still rising.
All right, I know I asked you earlier off-cam about a possible class suspension for tomorrow. Please explain to us how you are going to arrive at this decision, and for those who are waiting for an announcement, how long are they supposed to wait for an announcement?
Okay, if we suspend classes, usually we base it on the report of Pag-asa of whatever the weather will be tomorrow. But then right now, since we are evacuating several of our Q citizens in the city, and some schools are being used as evacuation centers, so I believe that maybe schools will be suspended tomorrow. But let us just wait for further announcement.
Ma'am, can you give us an advice or an update doon po sa situation along Katipunan Avenue, particularly in front of the Ateneo de Manila University? We've been showing pictures of that earlier, severely flooded area. What is the status at this time?
Most of the streets actually are non-passable and passable, but then we just have to wait. As long as the rain keeps on falling and there's a heavy rainfall, it will really be flooded. So it's really advisable to the Q citizens not to just go out of the house as of the moment, because most of the streets are really not passable.
And Pag-asa, as of 2 p.m., again issued a red rainfall advisory. And they also warned that we'd continue to have heavy to intense rains, possibly until tonight. What is the advice of Mayor Joy Belmonte to the constituents, ma'am?
As per our meeting a while ago, it's really advised. The mayor really advised that we should all just stay in the house, and if you are required to evacuate, just follow the protocol and the request of the barangay. Whatever the barangay will tell you, please follow them, because the first priority of the mayor is the safety of the Q citizens. And rest assured, our evacuation centers are well equipped, and we will be serving hot meals, and City Health will be there to monitor, to avoid and make sure that there will be no contagious diseases that will be incurred inside the evacuation center.
Finally, ma'am, what is the latest on the power situation in the city? Are there areas without electricity at this time?
Yeah, in fact, in where I am now, there's no electricity. I believe it's better as of the moment, especially for our responders that are rescuing Q citizens in the areas that are flooded and are stranded in their homes. It is safe that there's no electricity while they are on the rescue mission.
All right, thank you for joining us on the line, Councilor Pichi De Leon from the Quezon City Disaster Office. The southwest monsoon enhanced by Typhoon Karina will continue to bring moderate to intense rainfall over various localities in the western portion of Luzon until Friday. Typhoon Karina continues to intensify as it heads towards Taiwan. As of 10 this morning, the center of the typhoon was spotted 345 kilometers north-northeast of Itbayat, Batanes. Storm signal number 2 is in effect over Batanes province, while signal number 1 is in effect over the Babuyan Islands, the northern portion of mainland Cagayan, and the northern portion of Ilocos Norte. Typhoon Karina is moving north-northwest at 15 kilometers per hour with maximum sustained winds of 165 kph and gustiness of up to 205 kph. Karina is forecast to make landfall over the northern portion of Taiwan this evening or tomorrow early morning. Pag-asa meanwhile says various dams have already begun releasing water, including the Binga Dam and Ipo Dam, and it adds residents downstream have been advised since Friday. At 10 a.m. today, Ipo Dam has recorded a spill of 0.30 meters from its normal high water level of 101.10 meters. As the heavy downpour continues almost uninterrupted, more areas in the metro are getting flooded. Floods even reached the ground floor of the Manila City Hall. Other affected areas by the floods are the stretch of Quirino Avenue, Ramon Magsaysay Avenue, and V. Mapa, all in the city of Manila. At this point, let's check on the situation in the streets of Quezon City from Darcy De Galizia of Abante, who is in Camuning. Darcy, kamusta dyan? Malakas pa ba ang ulan? At saan ang baha na nadaanan mo today in your coverage?
Yes, magandang hapon. Napakalakas na ulan ang nararanasan ngayon dito sa aking kinalalagyan sa Quezon City, partikular dito sa bahagi ng Camuning at sa EDSA, ganoon din sa bahagi ng Quezon City Hall. Dinaan natin kanina sa bahagi ng Elliptical Road kung saan napakarami ng mga pasahero ang naglalakad dahil sa wala silang masakyan dulot nga nitong malakas na bagyo at hindi pagbiyahe ng ating mga motorista, particular yung mga jeepney driver na tuwi-tuwi na ay bumabiyahe. Subalit dahil sa lakas ng ulan at bagyo na pinalakas pa ng hanging habagat, nagkaroon ng pagtigil ng pagpasada yung ilan nating mga kababayan sapagkat kakunti naman ang mga sumasakay pero may mga pasahero pa rin ang nag-aabang dito sa bahagi ng Quezon City. Gayun din ang Quezon City, may mga pagbahari tayo na daanan, particular itong Camias Road at Camuning, kung kaya hindi makadiretso yung ibang mga jeepney driver na ilusong sa baha yung kanilang mga sasakyan sapagkat lagpas sa tuhod ang baha na ating napansin kanina. Kung kaya naman nagkakaroon ng pagkakaroon ng cutting trip o hindi na tumutuloy yung mga biyahe at ibinababa na lang, sinusoli na lang yung bayad ng kanilang mga pasahero. Ganun din na inikot din natin itong kahabaan ng EDSA, kung saan na rin sa EDSA Cubao, yung napakaraming istasyon ng bus dito sa Quezon City. At sa panayam natin kanina, at mismo na obserbahan natin, daan-daang pasahero ang stranded ngayon sa bahagi ng Cubao. Ito yung mga patungo sa Northern Luzon, partikular sa bahagi ng Pangasinan at Cagayan, sapagkat yung mga biyahe ngayon ay itinigil muna dahil hindi madaanan itong bahagi ng Valenzuela Road papasok ng NLEX, sapagkat mataas ang baha dulot ng maghapot magdamag na ulan, dala nga ng bagyong Karina at pinalakas pa nga ng habagat. Partikular na ito nadaan nating mga bus station, itong 5-star, Baliwag, DLTV, Partas, Solid North at Florida. Ayon sa mga management nito, hindi muna nila tinuloy ang biyahe ngayong araw sapagkat delikadong sumuong sa baha, mataas ang nivel ng tubig doon sa dadaanan nilang highway sa Valenzuela. Kaya nagtitikon-tikon, nakatenga yung ating mga kababayan na gustong umuwi sa kanilang mga bayan at probinsya. Hanggang mamayang gabi daw sila mag-aantay at hihintay nila yung go signal ng management. Pero ayon sa management ng mga nabanggit kong mga bus company, kung hindi titigil at hindi huhupa ang patuloy na paglakas ng ulan at pagtaas ng tubig ng baha sa bahagi ng Valenzuela, ay ikakansila o suspindihin muna nila ang biyahe at maaaring bukas na ito ituloy kung sakaling mag-subside yung baha na nararanasan sa bahagi ng Valenzuela kung saan dadaan yung mga patungong norte.
Na-mention mo yung standstill dyan sa NLEX, ano? Kaninang umaga pa sila actually na nandyan, ano? Maraming sasakyan ang na-trap dyan dahil sa baha dyan sa NLEX, particularly along Valenzuela. Do you have a number? Meron ka bang figures na kalap kung ilan ang mga na-stranded dyan, ilang motorista?
In particular, dito pa lang sa mga bus station na ating nabanggit, nasa lagpas kung isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima, pitong bus station ito, yung mga pasahero doon, kung isa-sum up natin, lagpas ito ng 1,000 katao, ano? Pero doon sa mismong lugar kung saan na-stranded o may baha, doon sa Valenzuela, wala naman binanggit yung ating mga bus station company na na-stranded mismo doon. Pero hindi na nga nila muna pinatuloy yung biyahe para iwas aksidente o maiwasan yung hindi ka nais-nais na mangyayari habang sila ay nakatenga doon sa doon sa tubig baha.
Darcy, as of ngayong 4:15 p.m., may balita ka ba kung humupa na kahit paano yung baha dyan doon sa may NLEX, yung pinapakita nating submerged yung mga sasakyan? Ano ang balita mo doon?
Wala pang linaw kung ito yung bumababa. Ang pagkakaalam natin sa mga 15 minutes pa lang natin kausap, yung management ng iba't ibang bus company, patuloy pa rin daw tumataas yung tubig baha doon. Kaya hindi na sila magsapalaran na ituloy pa yung mga biyahe ng kanilang mga bus. Kaya nakatenga dito sa bahagi ng Cubao, Quezon City, yung ating mga kababayan na gustong makauwi sa kanilang probinsya. Bagamat yung National Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council at ang Local Disaster Management Office ng Valenzuela, ganoon din sa bahagi ng Bulacan, sa may Bukawi, ay may contingency plan na inilalatag para nasa gayon hindi matenga ng husto o hindi mabalam doon sa kanilang kinalalagyan yung mga lugar at mga pasahero at partikular yung mga sasakyan.
Darcy, sa pag-ikot mo kanina, may nakita ka bang mga sasakyan ng LGU or MMDA? Sabi nila magpapakalat sila ng mga sasakyan para sa libreng sakay para sa mga na-stranded na commuters ngayon.
Correct ka dyan. Yung Quezon City government may nakita tayong mga bus na every 30 minutes ay dumadaan sa mga secondary highway ng yung mga inner road sa loob ng Quezon City. At doon ay may nagpapalibreng sakay, may mga dinadaanan din sila kahit na mataas yung tubig baha, nilulusong para na lang sa ganon, mabigyan ng protection at maihatid yung ating mga ilan lang naman ito na na-stranded sa kalsada, naghihintay ng mga sasakyan sapagkat konti yung bumiyahe ng pampublikong mga jeepney ngayon para makauwi at maihatid yung ating mga kababayan.
Alright, mag-iingat ka, Darcy, at maraming salamat sa iyong pag-iikot at pagbabalita. Darcy de Galicia ng Abante. Here is Pag-asa's latest heavy rainfall advisory as of 2 p.m. Zambales, Bataan, Metro Manila, Rizal, Bulacan, Pampanga, and Tarlac are all in the red warning level. These areas may experience serious flooding in flood-prone areas. Meanwhile, Cavite, Batangas, Laguna, Nueva Ecija, and Quezon are under a yellow warning level with possible flooding. And BGC opens its upper ground floor of one of Bonifacio High Street for those seeking temporary shelter from the rain. Stores at High Street will close at 6 p.m. to ensure safety of its staff and merchant partners. Cinemas will remain operational until 10 p.m. And those are the news this hour. I'm Mai Rodriguez. Stay tuned to Billionario News Channel for updates on the weather and the flood situation. Catch us on Free TV Channel 31 and Signal TV Channel 24. Good afternoon and stay safe, everyone.